Yo, what up, bitches?
Nice.
Good morning.
What's up? It's Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio, and we don't give a fuck. St. Patrick's Day yeah, right?
Yeah.
Is today St. Patrick's Day? I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Carl Robinson, Dustin Duffy, Henry's Window Cleaning, Michael Shane Pritchard. Michael Shane Pritchard likes it. He likes butt stuff. He likes butt stuff. He likes to suck wieners with his butthole. Huh? Well, yeah, that kind. Jason Lehman, Joshua Smith. So, yeah, man, it's raining here again.
It's snowing here.
Oh, it's snowing where you're at?
Yeah, snowing.
That's wonderful.
Below freezing, good stuff. Got gutter scheduled in the morning.
Oh, that's perfect then. That's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. It's just frozen enough for them. Hopefully they're just slushy.
Nah, it's not even gonna get above freezing until after like 1 o'clock tomorrow. So we at least have 2 window
Jennifer Darrett
jobs.
says, "What's up, asshole? Who is that fucking person?" Jennifer actually made this podcast possible because I was thinking about getting shit-faced. She's like, maybe you should just catch a little buzz. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Carl Robinson's out in his shorts. That's cool. You're also out of the closet, Carl. Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling. So, yeah, dude, this is going to be a shitty podcast because we don't have a guest on, and we don't know how to keep T-shirt day today. Oh, check you out, Jason. Good for you. Jason has T-shirts, and it's today.
Sweet. I think
What's
we're
up,
giving
Dave,
away
the
a
window
T-shirt
cleaner
today.
or window licker? What's that?
I think we're giving away a T-shirt today, aren't we?
Are we giving a T-shirt away today?
Yeah, we'll just give away a T-shirt today.
Bill Jordan said, "What's up?"
Let's give away a plain white Hanes T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's what you get, a fucking wife beater.
We're gonna hand draw.
You're not even getting
number one.
Yeah, you're not even getting a fucking a logo put on that son of a bitch. All you're getting is Outlaw drawn a magic marker on the front of that bitch. Boom! Yeah. I'm gonna draw a squeegee on it. It's gonna be dope. I'm gonna spell squeegee wrong.
Ben Hank style.
Ben Hank style. So, Mark, why aren't you talking today?
I'm just setting up my.
Well, you setting up
setting up the computers, getting everything squared up, which I should have done in the pre-show, but I'm good to go. Yeah, I got me a UFO story to read.
Oh yeah, we got a UFO.
And Bigfoot. Dude. I heard of the strangest sighting.
For a minute.
Jason Lemon wins.
Yes.
Dude, I heard of a sighting. It was an old shitty motorcycle with a Chevy emblem on it.
That was a Chevy emblem on your fucking motorcycle for one. That's just,
man, you guys gotta keep
got redneck
that,
written
dude.
on.
I got a Chevy. I got a Chevy emblem on my bike. You want to see my pro? Pure View Window Cleaning bids $3,600.01 for the white T-shirt. So if anyone can beat that,
it's got yellow armpit stains on it,
and a Chevy emblem deck screwed to it.
Chevy emblem. Yeah, it comes with a 1987 Honda Davidson.
No. Well, we couldn't drywall screw it to the shirt. We'd have to liquid nails it to the shirt.
Yeah.
You know, just as well as I do, behind that Chevy emblem is a half a tube of liquid nail. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know damn well there's a half a tube of liquid nail behind there. I ain't trying to hear nothing else about it. You got some liquid nail?
Yeah.
What's up,
and with that motorcycle comes with a free membership to the Hell's Angels.
The sons of what does he call it? The sons of arthritis. The sons of dick root.
Oh my goodness,
dude! Like I said, I've never owned a street bike, but I would pull up next to that at red light and just kick it the fuck over, knock it the fuck down.
As long as your knees are in the breeze, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me why I've been waiting all day for this podcast. I don't know, because if you were waiting all day for this podcast, you need a life.
Yeah. You gotta find something else to do with your Sundays,
yeah, because we suck. TJ sold that shit pole yet? Sure did. Sold it. It's gone, son. All I've got now is the Reach It Mini my grandma bought me and my plus sections and the window weapon. I've sold every brush, every pole, every accessory I have is gone except for those things. That's all I have now.
So when you finally break that brush and that pole, you know, when it's finally retired, we gotta get that bitch mounted and shit for your shop. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'll do something cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, because grandma bought it for me. You know, Yeah, Lewis. You know, but Lewis, I got something else for you, so don't sweat it, bruh. I know we talked about that mini, but I got something else for you. I got something just as good. Just be patient. But anyways, yeah. So, does anybody have any news of any sorts? I mean, I've got a little news. Mario giving away all his brushes for free. Oh, is he really? Babe, I'm going to eat some beer. Going to get me some beer. Do you need anything? No, I'm good, babe. Thank you. My door's locked anyways, but if I need a margarita, I'll call, because I'm getting margaritas. That's cool. Good for Mario. Or maybe he's giving away all right, listen, this is what bothers me about Mario and Ben Marino, who's no longer allowed to comment on my channel. J Ray, what up, Ed Jerky? You know, we had the giveaways. You know, Mario, we ended up giving Mario, he won the brush, right? And now he's going to give it away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The Tucker brush?
Yeah, he's giving. That's what dude just said, that he's giving away all his brushes for free. And that's my thing. I don't understand. Like, you know, some guy in this watching the show right now that actually really needed that could have gotten that. And I asked him that. You guys know that. I always act like the same way when Jason Lehman won the poll. I was like, do you want to keep it or do you want to give it to somebody that could use it? You know what I mean? I always give them the option. You know what I mean? If you're just going to give the fucking thing away, why don't you give it to somebody that needs it?
But it would be worse if he was fucking selling it.
But
that would be worse. Yeah.
Some guys aren't going to understand. Going, what's the matter? He's just giving a brush away. It's not about that. It's about we're trying to give stuff to guys that actually need this shit, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Dude, I'm gonna go through some bins and boxes, but I've got so much stuff that's been sitting around for years. Because for a long time, a new handle would come out, a new channel would come out, and I'd buy it and use it for a week to 10 days, and it just wasn't for me. And I mean, I got so much stuff. You know, and I give it away, but like I said, I'm giving it away to someone that could make money with it. Not
all of Mark's shelving, he doesn't have. You notice Mark never says shelves; it's always bins because he can't reach the shelf.
No, I have shelves in my container, and I went through a period of OCD.
It's got one of those. It's 5 feet tall, and it's got one of those library ladders on it.
And they stand on a phone book. Yeah, but no, seriously, I went through this OCD. And I went to Home Depot and I bought those Rubbermaid tubs with the snap-on lids, and they're kind of opaque. And then I got one of those letter, makers and squeegee handles. No.
You got a label maker and labeled them and everything.
I got the label maker. Ooh. Yeah, like as if I can't see what the fuck is in there, but it's like squeegee handles and scraper blades and all that other stuff. And I got it sorted so I know what I got and what I don't,
That's crazy, man. But yeah, we got a whole new order of Squeegee Life stickers, and thanks to Crazy Kimberlin at Kimberlin Designs, Crazy Kimberlin Opinions. Like him on YouTube, guys. But there's a whole... These are red, navy blue, that shit Michigan blue, black and white. So we got a new color now, red. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Thug life.
Squeegee life. I need every color. I need some color. I need some stickers.
I need every dollar. I need every dollar for it.
$3.
No, $3.
I don't do dollars.
$3 shipped.
I got a lot of kids, man. Today I got two. I got my daughter's birthday and my granddaughter's birthday today. I haven't had a good St. Patty's Day in years.
Oh yeah. I don't really do this. Go out and do. I don't do that. I don't go out and do the amateur days like St. Patty's Day. I go out on Tuesdays. Yeah, I don't do New Year's Eve. I don't do that stuff.
Right.
That's when you go to jail. Those are nights. Yep. Those are the nights you go to jail.
Yeah, because the amateur's out too.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in a fight.
Yeah. Aunt Jackie said Aunt Tammy did our camo. I don't know what that means, but we had an Aunt Tammy sighting. She came into town. We went out and had some dinner. We talked about she calls it the what does she call it? The piecast? The piecast. She doesn't call it a podcast. She calls it a piecast. P-I-E. Piecast. And I always have to correct her. God, she's such a hillbilly. She's the biggest hillbilly ever.
Tammy's pie.
Come on, dude. Listen, man. Aunt Tammy will straight whoop your ass. Like for real. Aunt Tammy will fuck you up.
That's cool. I'm fine with that.
Aunt Tammy will give you a 3-piece with a soda and glide on out of there. That one right there is Dave the Window Licker. Mario's been a damn troll these last few days. It might be because we roasted him a little bit.
Yeah, we did a little bit. He unfriended me.
That little gunslinger update we did, but he's probably running around talking mad shit. But I just blocked him. I ignored him. When dudes that dude's never gonna be happy. First he was mad at this person. Now he's mad at this person and likes this person. Now, fuck Eric Bland. Then he's like, Eric Bland, you're the greatest. You know what I mean? It's just, dude, I can't deal with your immigrant mentality where you're like all over the fucking place, crazy, like, don't know half what you're fucking saying half the time. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it. Yeah. I just cannot do it. That negativity just ain't working for me no more. And we here at Outlaw Window Cleaner have just decided, I don't know what, last month, we just decided we're not fucking dealing with that shit anymore. Same way with Perry Tate. Who gives a fuck about that fucking 6 foot tall, doo-doo stain, Dufresne ass dude?
Doo-doo Brown.
Doo-doo Brown. Kirsch. Team Kirsch. All day, every day, baby. My cousin Kirsch is watching right now. Team Kirsch right here. The guy, he's the kid I named my son after.
Nice.
Yeah, it made him 10 times more handsome as soon as that happened. As soon as it happened, yeah. All the squeegee shit you need to know. No, that's Aunt Tammy. All this, she'll tell you about all that new squeegee shit that you need to know. Dude, because like we were saying in the last little thing that we did, how much more can we say about it? That's why we put an exclamation point. We're just not down with that shit. I just don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah, go watch that video.
Well, here's the thing. We bring it up, we talk about it, we debate it, we go back and forth. All week long you get bullshit emails and texts and pictures. Yeah. Nothing's going to fucking change.
Yeah, right.
Nothing's going to change. Yeah, that motherfucker's going to turn out garbage and different colored garbage, And
hey, look, I put lipstick on this turd. Hey, look, we polished the turd. That's all it is, man. It's not going to change.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I cannot express that enough. That he just super duper casual Cleo. Yes, it was casual Cleo, Aunt Jackie. It just there's only so much you can say about it. Just who cares? Like he posted. I see somebody sent me. I think it was somebody sent me a picture, and there's like look at this, and it's the backside of an Unger handle with the Chinese writing on it, and he's like, I just think it's ironic with all the anti-Chinese sentiment going around about my products. Listen, dude, no. You take Chinese cheap shit and make it cheaper Chinese shit. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get all of us here at Outlaw Window Cleaner. We get it that we know that 90% of the tools that we use come from China. There's no getting around it. A lot of shit comes from China.
Kevin, the window cleaner.
You're an Unger guy. When was the last time you broke an Unger handle? I've never broke one.
Right.
I don't think I've ever broke one.
I don't use Unger.
No, I don't. I know. You know what? The last handle I broke was a Sorbo handle.
I use Unger poles, but I mean, I'm telling you, even my Unger poles last forever, and then you can replace the parts for cheap. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then they last forever.
Right.
You know,
buy a pack of scrubs for your fucking window weapon. How much are those scrubs, Mark?
Fuck, I don't even know.
I think I bought
they're like
$99. I
Yeah.
bought 2 packages, and I think I was around $100, and I think there's like 6 in a pack for 2 packages.
Are you buying those from Perry, or are you buying?
No, I did. I'm not anymore.
I bought originally. Yeah.
Yeah, originally.
And then I've been having my luck with the black market. Seems to be a lot of good deals on the black market.
Yeah, before all this shit went down, yes, I bought.
There's going to be.
I anticipated this. What's that?
Yeah. There's going to be some deals right now, especially going into spring, man. Everybody's liquidating their stuff right now. They're wretched stuff. They're cheapest stuff.
Yeah.
They're upgrading, you know?
I could see that wagtail stuff breaking, man. It's real fragile. You know, I mean, Mormon, I think that stuff is somewhat fragile. I never used it long enough to break it, but it seems like
even a Sorbo plastic handle's going to last you, what? 6, 7.
That's the only channel I've ever broken.
We went to Kansas City, and the dude wants to get into traditional window cleaning tools, and he had shit out of the worst hardware store. Remember that broke down ass hardware store next door to where he was?
Yeah.
He was buying window cleaning tools out of there, and then a bunch of pros show up, and we're like, we want to play on the glass. And he's got all this garbage.
Fucking broom handle. He's got a broom handle as a pole.
Oh, no,
the reach it guy, the water fed pull guy, who's like, just take the number 1 section out of your mini. There's a trad pole.
Yeah.
Gives us a broom handle that he unscrewed the fucking the head off of, and is like, here's your pole.
Yeah.
You guys can do demonstrations on how to clean windows. How much money you're paying?
We should have fucking pinata that fucking dude with that pole.
Yeah, dude. Should have turned him into a fucking popsicle. Yeah. Shoved it right in his ass.
Mark, do you ever use those mop buckets back in the day, the Rubbermaid ones with the 4 slots?
No, I've always used 5-gallon buckets. Always. Well,
we used to run around because the malls and shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So we'd always run around. We always just have our one pole. There was an old school guy, man. He had like 3 or 4 different. Well, it would have been 4 because each section had a pole. It was just different size broom handles. That's what he used. Yeah.
No, that business that I bought. Before I bought it, we were all at a mall, and one of the employees who actually now works for me came over and said, "Hey, I need a new pole," and he opens up the bed of his truck. And there's a fucking box, dude. I didn't even know you could still buy those broom handles, and they're all shaved down on the end that fits a squeegee.
Right.
He's like, he pulls one out. He must have bought a dozen at a time. They're probably 49 cents for a fucking dozen of those things. Weighs like 11 pounds a piece.
Right.
You know, I'm like, we're laughing. I'm like, get a fucking pole, man. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. I like that carbon fiber pole. I got to use it the other day. So, I mean, I
use
really
mine every day, man. It's been badass.
Yeah, it's so
I like
good.
it too.
So good.
So Chris better send my fucking check in the mail. That's all I gotta
say.
I
was gonna hand it off to Joey and just keep my Unger because I'm so used to it. And I'm like thinking, no, I'm not gonna get rid of this. I'm actually gonna keep this one.
Here's the problem: anytime you use something like that for more than a week to 10 days and you like it, there's no going back.
Right.
Because anything else is gonna feel like a piece of shit.
Right. You're.
Wingstop.
They're going to sponsor the podcast,
man. No, they're not. You're so fucking lame. Is it still cold? Yes, it's still cold. I can't wait to use my new Sim 32. That's great. Good for you, buddy. Dustin, excellent poll. You'll love it. Jason Lehman. That's great. Jason Lehman's like, listen, I got to clean windows from off the property line. Here's my Sim 97. Fuck.
My restraining order doesn't let me get close to the house.
Yeah.
I got to stand over here
not allowed on the porch. Let me use like
park
all
across
90
the
sections.
street. Yeah, we're going to park across the street and sneak up on those skylights over
That's
there.
my selling point. I'll never leave feet prints in your grass.
We sneak up on the dirt.
Yeah, we sneak up on the dirt.
Yeah. We clean everything horizontal.
Well, I'll tell you this. Watching Jason's videos, I found out how he breaks everything. That motherfucker beats the shit out of everything. The window frame, the window, the brush, the pole. He probably fucking throws it in the back of the truck from like 100 yards. Like, fuck it, here it goes. Everything's like a hand grenade into the back of his truck. Like, ah!
Yeah, you did a great job on my skylights, but I got 17 roof tiles on the
ground. So. We should have had Jason on so we could clown him and get his reaction.
Well, I'm sure he's watching, right? He's got to come on. Jason, come on.
Yeah. No, I don't want fucking Jason on here. He's going to ruin the whole fucking show.
Of course he will. That's what's great about it.
Whack.
And Bill Jordan, that carbon pole, dude, that actually alleviates that cold on the hands.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I had my wagtails for 10 years and they never break. Sweet, dude. I wonder why Troy goes, he like leaves the group and then joins the group again, then leaves the group and then joins the group again. You notice how every time he posts, he's a new member? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hi, I'm new. It's like, dude, quit leaving, fucking weirdo.
Just stay.
I wonder if he knew if I was in the pro window cleaning group, because he was asked the whole pro window cleaning group what they thought about me. I was like, I think I'm a douche. Bring it, Jason, on. Bring Jason on. Fuck Jason. He's a stooge. Unabomber water-fed pole. Yep, that's Jason Lehman's new product, the Unabomber water-fed pole. Call me.
Call me.
Man, you need to get friends, Jason, wanting us to call you, fucking scrub. I cringe watching Jason's videos every time water-fed pole gets slammed. I know. Me too. That fucking shit drives me fucking crazy, man. I'm just like, Jason, dude. That's not a good look, my man. I can't find that fucking 40-foot tall fucking motherfucker on here at all. Big old fucking ogre looking ass dude. What's his name?
Harry.
Oh, Jason. That's it.
No,
Jason Lee.
We're going to call him Harry. He's Harry from Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, I don't know where he's at. I don't even see him on there, so fuck him. Fuck that douchebag.
Fuck him.
Fuck that dude. Fuck Jason Lehman. So what's up, Mark? Come on. Does anybody have any fucking questions? This is why we're only going to start doing the show once a week. Because the audience fucking sucks.
That helps.
Yeah, you guys fucking blow.
What did you guys do over this weekend? I know you worked at the coffee shop. Dude, I was... Dude, I am going to be... Dude, you will never find another sponge. That shit's got to be in the Guinness book for the least absorbent sponge. That thing runs from water.
Anti-sponge.
It's amazing.
It's the anti-sponge. It like fucking repels water.
I've got one more weekend. I'm doing one more weekend over at the cafe because then my season's really starting to kick. So I'm not going to do any more. But yeah, that's what we did this weekend. My daughter's birthday was this weekend or today. So
I went and hung out with Aunt Tammy and then just kind of kicked it around the house. Have I tried the samurai? Yes, there are samurai videos by me.
Yep.
So yes, I've had one. I just don't like it. Just because it's a plastic bucket on a belt, period. Some people think that's cool. Everybody's like, oh, well, the gunslinger, no, you know what I mean? Whatever's whatever. Listen, I've got a prototype. I'm sorry that you guys don't. So, I don't know what else to say about it.
I'm going to send that one American flag one to...
Listen, dude, I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want.
I'm going to go down here to this shoe repair guy and see if I can get a couple of these other gunslingers fixed. Get that.
Dude, just spray Flex Seal in them. I have a black one that is a replacement for a leaky one that started a leak, and I gave it to one of my guys. I Flex Sealed it. I put like 4 coats of Flex Seal in it, wipe it out real good, Flex Seal that bitch.
Just the ones that are sewn wrong on the outside and shit. See if I can get that.
Oh no, this was leaking between the stitch.
Yeah. I got 2 of those and 2 that are sewn wrong.
I just spray the inside and let it fall apart. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Stop talking about water-fed pole bullshit. Listen, dude. I just don't, listen.
I'm with you.
Guys ask questions about water-fed pole. They talk about it in the fucking chat over here. You know what I mean? You like, listen, for real, bro. I mean, I love you, Troy, but I mean, fuck, do you even clean windows anymore, or just at your house? I'm just, I'm not trying to bust your balls or nothing, but I actually clean windows every single fucking day. So I mean, I don't know. With a squeegee and a washer. Watch the channel. You know what I mean? If you want to see squeegee shit and talk about squeegee fucking tools and shit like that, traditional tools, watch my fucking videos. There you go. Fuck. Mentos. The fresh maker, motherfucker. Shit, man. I can tell you this, water-fed pole has made me a fuck ton of money. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
And if the customer likes the fucking results and I like the results, what the fuck does it matter? I'm going to turn this to Intel. Outlaw window cleaner water-fed pole blow me, motherfucker. That's what I'm like. That's the new name of the show. Bro.
Nice.
Noisy, clunky, Boab sucks. Hey, man, I'm with you on that. Dude, it was a little floppy. It was a little loud. You know what I mean? It didn't...
You made that video walking through...
Yeah,
I think it's
dude.
that big job you do. Mm-hmm. And you know what it reminded me of? You ever seen the Monty Python video where they don't have horses, but they take the coconuts and they go...
Yeah. The coconuts. Yeah. Dude, it's super loud. Yeah. You know what I mean? And after having the prototype using that, the differences are, I mean, like Jason said there, it's night and day comparison between the Gunslinger and the Samurai. I can't help that Perry Tate sucks at shit. I mean, I can't help he makes cheap shit cheaper. You know what I mean? I can't help that, you know?
Yeah.
The prototype worked great. I mean, that's all I can tell you. And there's video evidence to prove it from us testing it for 9 months, a year.
I'll go out on a limb and say this. After getting my prototype Gunslinger, everything that Perry said is not a Gunslinger. It's not a tip jar. It's not a Gunslinger. The way it reacts, the way it feels, the way it fills with water, the way it drains, the way the tools go in and out is 180 degrees different than what he sold.
It's way different. Right. And anyone that's got one that, they're like, oh, man, I like mine. Trust me, if you had a prototype, you'd like it even more.
Yeah, you'd be throwing that shit out.
Yeah, you'd like it even more. Trust me. It just performs differently. I wish I could explain it to you. But when I used it, I was like, shit, man, this is probably one of the best tools I've ever used. Like, I even texted Tim and told him, I was like, dude, this fucking thing is awesome. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm a legit Pulex guy from way back. That's all
we had a huge conversation about this little product before you even got involved about how your integrity. You would never.
I was like, dude, I got to tell the truth about it. Because if it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Outlaw Radio Live water-fed pole blow me. Yes. Hashtag ORLWFPBM. Yes. That's it. I'm sorry, guys. I just had half a margarita, and half of it's 3/4 of it's tequila, and the rest is the mixer. And I'm just, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, and people fucking piss me off when they say shit about water-fed pole. That fucking shit drives me fucking nuts, man. Why all you guys talk about water-fed pole? Dude, I don't know, because that's, what do you want to talk about squeegees? Go. I'll wait. Go.
Yeah.
I'll wait. Go. Okay, that's what I thought. Fucking douchebags. Tim, do you still use your prototype? I think his son uses it, right?
Yeah, Joey uses
Tim's
the original.
Fucking big toe head having ass. Tim's head looks like a big toe.
The fuck?
Boab should be plastic. No, it shouldn't.
Nah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, dude. You have no clue, homie. No clue. You have no clue, bro.
If you haven't used a prototype, then you might as well go back to the plastic one. Because I'll tell you what, if something happened with my prototype, if it got stolen or something, I wouldn't go back to the old Gunslinger. I'd just go back to the way I used to clean. Mm-hmm. I've changed the way I clean because I wasn't a bucket on a belt guy before all this. Right. And I wouldn't deal with all that wondering if it's going to fucking leak. Dude, I was working inside a $19 million yacht, 110-foot yacht, and I fix the outside windows, and he's like, there's still something on them. So I go, do you mind if I come in?
Ain't church serving dinner right now. Go ahead. What are you saying?
And I walked through this yacht. Dude, I got pictures of it. I'll show them to you privately. I don't want to put this guy's shit all over the internet. Okay? But the inside, the walls are like furniture. The carpet is, it's a fucking big 110-foot yacht. I walked across that thing with my gunslinger on, not even worrying about it, to clean the inside windows because they've been wiped with the microfiber. So I'm like, there's your problem. The windows are perfect on the outside.
Right.
Let me clean the inside for you, no charge. The sills were like furniture. Right. I'm like, you got a couple extra microfibers. I had to haul my shit like a quarter mile down this dock and the ladders and you know what I'm saying? It's like, and long story short, I was limited to what I was able to bring. Yes, limited to what I was able to bring. He gave me some microfiber, and I'm detailing, and I'm standing there. I'm like, man, if I had a regular Perry Tate gunslinger and dropped a drop of water on this carpet, okay, I would have just lost my ass. You know what I'm saying? They would have had a carpet guy in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, dude, why is everybody a hoe tonight, man? Why you guys a bunch of crybabies? T-Roy's window cleaning, keeping it glassy. You went to church today, got fucking corned beef for free. Why you gotta be fucking mean to us, bro? I don't understand, dude. Jeez, got your free meal today. Why you tripping, bro? I don't like water fan pole talks. Water fan pole talks, it gets on my nerves.
Okay.
I hate water fan pole talks. Sotobo's the best channel. Man, you know what, dude? You know what the best tool is? Whatever you like. That's the best one. Right? Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I just don't give a shit.
I'm gonna raise my prices to $10 a window. I see these guys charging $10 a window because they believe that they're worth 10. I say, man, if my average job paid $10 a window, I would double my revenue for the year. I couldn't justify. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy? I think they're full of shit. Am I wrong about that? How do you get
they're
it?
talking
Speaking of crybabies,
it don't matter. I don't care.
Speaking of crybabies, where's John Labra?
Yeah.
I meant to. He sent me a message about not. He's like, oh, I didn't mean any offense to try to start no static on the podcast, and I forgot to. I was banned from my account, so I couldn't respond back. But I'll get around to it. I'll be like, thumbs up, cool, dude, and I'll hold on to it a long time so it fills up and it's real big thumbs up. Yeah. So he knows that I really mean it. Yeah, dude. I'm just, I probably shouldn't have started drinking because I wasn't in a good mood before we got on here, and it's just gonna get worse as this goes on.
That's fun.
Yeah. Oh, Tim acting like Tim ain't never been drunk on the podcast before. What a fucking twat waffle.
Yeah.
Big towhead having ass dude.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna be professional tonight. What you're saying?
No, we're not gonna be fucking professional. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot this was the professional podcast. If you want to watch a professional podcast, you need to go to WCR Nation and we'll listen to that snooze fest. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just glad it's not me drinking tonight.
It's a good bedtime story.
Yeah, just kidding, man. I like busting his chops, man. He's fun because he busts my chops when I watch his shit. He busts my chops, so whatever. So, does anyone have any questions for Mark Tanner? Wingstop Mark Tanner. I'm working on my bike. A bike means two wheels. This guy's a fucking retard. This guy here. A bike has two wheels. That's why the first two letters are bi, B-I, like you, bisexual. That means you like wieners and vaginas.
That's true.
Bi, two.
True.
Bi, two. Quad is four wheels. Your quads, not your bikes.
So you're working on your quad.
I'm from Florida. Leonard Skinner's my favorite. My bike has four wheels.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of waffles, Eggo has a new Big and Fluffy. One's pretty good. Hey! Did you guys see Dave's, go to Dave the Window Cleaner's, or the Window Licker's fucking, what you want to call it, YouTube page. Check out his soft wash trailer video. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a trailer, and it's got siding on it, and it's got before and after siding on it.
I've seen that. Yeah,
so it's got a like nasty moldy siding and then clean power wash siding. It's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, as far as marketing, towing that around town, people see them like, oh, man, that's cool. You know, I mean, that's super smart, dude. Super smart marketing. That's speaking of houses on wheels. I wonder what Joseph the opinionated window cleaner's up to. Why isn't he watching the show? I'm gluing Chevy emblems to the side of my trailer.
Yeah, I'm reproducing the Purple Rain motorcycle.
Oh man, you guys, dude, that shit was so funny.
I'll bet that bitch has a stereo system. You know, there's a big stereo, and it's got a he's probably got a flash drive in there with the sound of a Harley Davidson, and then he turns that shit up loud at a red light. Potato, 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 potato.
You're not Irish. Go ahead, keep going. Yes, I am though, but I know you're not. I know that you don't have any Irish in you at all whatsoever. I can just tell. But let's keep going. Mark, do you ever get shoulder problems? I don't know any. I mean, I don't know any guy that's been doing it over 10 years that doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a sore shoulder.
More of knee issues and elbow. Not so much shoulder, but elbow. And knee issues and
fuck yeah, dude! I'm hard body karate tonight. I tried to tell everybody, Seth. I tried to tell these dudes, man. I'm tired of these dudes getting in here talking shit all the time, talking shit. Shut up, bitch. If you want static, I'll give it to you. How about that? Keep going, Mark.
What the fuck?
That's my dookie.
That's real, man. That's man shit, son. He's got a 1980s boombox. Yeah.
With that, you know that what do you call that? That plumber strapping with all the holes in it with some sheet metal. It's all crooked.
He's wearing that 1987. I just swiped this from fucking Don Johnson fucking suit on. Motherfucker running around looking like Miami Vice and shit. You know he's got that picture. He's all like, "Look at me." I wonder if he wears that suit to those $3,600 deals that he gets fucking invited to. Do you like wear that suit the whole time? He's got like a pink T-shirt on there underneath it. Shit's a V-neck.
By the way, 1987 called. They want their suit and their motorcycle back.
Yeah. Prince is super pissed you took the fairing off the front. Mark got next issue's boots. Mark like, why do you guys want to talk about boots for? Fuck me. Boots. What kind of boots do you wear, Mark?
Georgia boots.
There you go, Georgia boots. I wear Keen boots. Tim wears Nikes. Move along.
Yeah. Anything that stays waterproof, I wear.
Yeah.
Anything I can slip off real quick.
Hey, what kind of boots do you wear? Hey, what kind of underwear do you use to window clean in? That's what I would like to know.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. What percentage of cotton are your pants? The window clean in.
Flip-flops. I had an employee that used to show up, and we called them Jesus walkers. They
Jesus creepers is what we call them.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I go, you need to get that shit under wraps, man. And he's like, what? I go buy fucking sneakers. Sneakers is the minimum. You want to fucking, you ain't walking around fucking flip-flops. Fucking Jesus walkers. It ain't happening, dude. It ain't happening.
Stop. Yeah, I like flip-flops, but, you know. Probably not good to clean windows with flip-flops.
Yeah, I wear a flip-flop. If I'm not at work, I wear flip-flops all summer long.
Did you hear about the guy that walked into a shoe store with 2 left feet, asked for a pair of flip-flips?
I like how everyone gets super butthurt. That's my favorite. Dude, that's why I do this. Just to piss people off.
Yeah.
My goal was to see how many live viewers we could get at once, and then now my new goal is to see how many I can drive away.
How many go away?
Yeah, I mean, fuck me. Boots. He said you wanted topics. Boots? I mean, come on, man. Boots? Come on, dude. Try a little fucking harder.
Yeah.
It's almost summer. Nobody's wearing boots.
Yoga pants so my twig sticks out. Okay, where did Jen go? She needs to slap that boy hard. Listen, man, Jen ain't slapping me. Next time I see you, Jason, I'm going to grab you by your fucking beard and fucking slap you in your twat.
I got to give Jason credit.
You're not half Irish. You're half quitter.
He's a strong motherfucker, that Jason. I've seen him moving that rigid pole. It was bending 7 different ways and still... And he was picking that up when he's grunting.
Hulk smash! Hulk smash window! Oh, only time I ever fell was wearing flip-flops.
Don't wear flip-flops.
Don't wear flip-flops and do ladder work. It's against the rules.
Oh, God.
But Henry strikes me as the type that it's either flip-flops or barefoot if he's doing your house. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Run around like Flintstone. Man. Run around looking like he got a bunch of little Tim's heads on his foot. Towhead ass motherfucker. Tim's gonna be. Me and Tim just made up, and now I'm gonna fucking just run him off. He's gonna be mad at me again. What type of ramen noodles do you guys eat? Do you guys eat ramen noodles? Rob Pelosa would like to know. I don't, but my kids like the beef kind. Yeah. Savannah and Elena like the beef. They also like beef stew.
Yeah, my kids are all chicken.
Flip-flops and socks, yes or no? If you wear flip-flops and socks, fuck you.
Yeah.
If you wear fucking sliders and socks, fuck you. You wear sandals and socks, fuck you.
What about Crocs and socks?
If you wear Crocs and socks, fuck you. If you like cocks in socks, fuck you.
Yeah.
Ramsey. Tim Toe, what do you call a urinary rented? What do you call a urinary retented dolphin? What? I don't understand. That must be. What do you want to call it? A down under thing. A porpoise.
A porpoise.
A porpoise.
A porpoise. Ah. That's.
Fuck ramen noodles. I'm with you.
Dolphin, a porpoise.
Yeah.
And it's a porpoise.
Oriental. Oh, you shouldn't say that. That's racist.
Everything's racist.
That's what. Oriental flavor? Oh.
You know why there's racism? Because everybody thinks they're better than everybody else. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, quit thinking you're better than everybody
sandals
else.
And socks are reserved for weird German sightseeing. So this is fucking a podcast we're getting ready to abandon real fucking quick. Dude, I'm just burnt out. Maybe we should take a month off. Let the podcast questions and emails fill up. Oh, that's right. No one ever sends a fucking email.
So we'll get 3 in a month.
Yeah. So we'll get 3. Once we get 3 emails. Going,
are we doing the podcast?
Yeah. Once we get 3. Yeah. Once we get 3 emails, we'll come back.
So we're gonna come back. I'll take care of 2.
Yeah, we're gonna come back and we're gonna call the podcast Ohio Nation. It's gonna be sweet.
I'm actually quitting smoking. My birthday's Friday. I'm quitting smoking.
How am I supposed to quit smoking watching this? I don't know. Smoke weed. It's better for you.
It is.
Smoke the weeds. It's better for you, dudes.
My brother-in-law comes over yesterday, and he's all huffing and puffing, happy about what he just got, and he's sitting there just puffing on this vape. Just puffing away. He goes, yeah, I puffed this thing like 5 or 6 times. I go in the house, and I'm crash. And I said, what's in it? He goes, CBD oil. Like, dude, you ain't going crashing on CBD oil, dude. Like, he thinks it's messing him up and shit. Like, come on, get out of here with that. That's all that's going around right now is vape. Everybody's got a vape. Everybody. You can't get weed at the weed shop, but you can get oils on the streets right now.
Weed oils.
Everywhere.
Oils that are weedy.
Yeah, everywhere. You can't even get you.
Hello?
Oh shit.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Oh, no.
What's up, man? How you
Bring
doing?
him up.
He's already up.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this thing on?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? It's the Lucky Leprechaun show. We're giving out free hand jobs, and you won.
You're the 100th caller.
You're the 100th caller. Who is this?
You get a free hand job from Tanner.
Huh? What?
Hello?
Hello?
You're the worst at the Skype thing.
You're the worst at this Skype thing, dude. But I want you to know that you won the hand job.
Try to do it.
Oh my God.
And that, my friends, was Mark Darnell.
Thanks for the appearance, Mark.
Thanks for the appearance, Mark. We really appreciate it, dude. Tim, what's the max of houses you've ever done in one day?
Probably 5 or 6 fulls and 10 to 12 exteriors on a big day. But we average 4 to 5 fulls or 7 to 8 exteriors on a regular day.
Yeah, mine's the most I've ever done exterior is 8 because the houses are really big around here.
Yeah,
you know. What I mean?
You're on the lakes though.
Yeah, and the most I've ever done inside and out is 6. That's the most we've ever done.
Yeah.
Personally, by myself, the most I've ever done is 4 in and outs. I've done 4 in and outs by myself before.
That's pretty frustrating. Because if you fall behind on one, everything changes.
It is fucking jacked, yeah.
It is, especially.
And that was, that was a day where everything went right, and that was, what changed everything and made everything go right? My prototype gunslinger. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, motherfuckers.
But it probably comes a point in time where you gotta cancel something, because you slip behind on one. Then you slip behind on the second. Next thing you know, you're down an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what anybody says, especially the way you do things, Tim, with the internet. Every time you get to a residence, there's always something you didn't expect, no matter what.
Sure.
Place covered in paint.
9 times out of 10,
fucked up.
9 times out of 10, we're running ahead. I mean, and that's usually a problem too sometimes. Because if you get too far ahead and then you're waiting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not good for anybody.
Right. You guys keep talking. I'm talking to somebody here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be frustrating. Or you get rain in the middle of the day and you got 5 houses scheduled. That, then the next day you got to do theoretically 10.
Right.
To make up for it.
Right. We got a bunch of, like, this is the time of year we do all our condos. Our condos are starting to call in where we'll get complexes. So we'll do 15 condos in a day.
Yeah,
but you're set up on site.
Well, you guys have seen that on. I did a gunslinger video fact checking. I did the gunslinging and fact checking. That one where I did like the 2 mops.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I mean, you've seen all those condos we did out there. I mean, fuck.
Right.
We did like there's like 56 condos and a 48 fucking unit apartment building there.
Yeah.
We did that in 3 days, me and another dude. All exterior open onlys, you know what I mean? So that's
all patios and balconies and stuff, yeah.
No patios and balconies. It was they're first floor condos. They have sunrooms on the back of them, So they got like I think it's 12 just 12 double hungs, huge double hungs just on the sunrooms on these.
Yeah.
So they're it's easy work. You know what I mean? And that's a nice job to have. You know what I mean? You want to know Uhu, the super detailed window cleaner? He limits himself to 1 or 2 a day because his process is so much fucking more advanced than everyone else.
Well, 1 to 2 a day is fine if you're getting enough money for it.
I'm busting his balls.
Yeah. You better be getting 400 or 500 a piece.
Yeah, we get. We just got the routine down. That's all it is. It's all about a routine. You get on job. I mean, Joey and I work really well together. We'll probably be together through May, and then we'll split up in May.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, we work really well together. We have the same process.
Yeah. Jennifer's in the background. They got the fucking radio all the way turned up. Can you guys hear it?
I heard Queen. We Will Rock You.
Yeah. Who's playing Queen? Jennifer. Queen. This is a terrible podcast. I'm tired of doing these like this. I like to do the first interior, then exterior. Is it right for a girl to get pissed listening to a podcast during what? Pissing? During what?
You know Woohoo's got it going on, man. If I could do 2 small houses for $400 a piece a day, every day, shit, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, man. And get paid on every one when you're done. Nice.
That's what I like about residential is you're collecting checks.
Yeah. You know? That's the best.
You're not waiting on your money.
Right.
Yeah. No, your own customers commercially can put you out of business.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna have you got to take a loss on just the money you got to chase. You know what I mean? The time you're gonna take out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, but you need a lot of residential to make a living because commercials aren't going. You know.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You know. And advertising.
Bon Jovi. Yeah, at least it's not Bon
Whatever
Jovi.
happened to our Bon Jovi moment, Tim? You kind of didn't like that, did you?
He's fucking whack, bro. He's not.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to answer any Bon Jovi question that
I probably could answer a majority of them. I probably could, but it's been.
Yeah, we did it one time, and you made a face like something smelled bad.
I just. I just haven't. I mean, listen. I listen to this other band now. You know.
I'm blocking T-Roy. I'm done with him. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm done with that dude. Jesus, fuck! What a.
You charge extra for cash and checks? No.
Cash and checks.
No. We don't have any fees for those.
No checks. 4,000 square feet. Cool, man. Yeah, that's what's nice about residential season. You know what I mean? And all of those.
Right.
The checks, as soon as you're done, is a nice thing. Or paid before you get there is good, too.
Right.
You know, in your case.
If we can get a couple New Albany houses and load them up for the day, I mean, those are $600 to $800 a piece, and you can knock out 2 of them.
I have a question for you. Is Salt Fork down there? Are you close to Salt Fork?
It's about an hour and 15 away. East
cool.
of me.
Because there's something cool I want to go down there to, and maybe we can meet. But
that's what we talked about, the OWC thing.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah,
we can do that.
I'll show you.
We should go down there and look.
Uh-huh.
We should go down there and check it out. That's where we should meet.
Oh, yeah, so I got to drive 3 fucking hours one way to get, makes sense.
I mean, you said you want to meet there. That's what you said.
I said when I come down there for what I want to do. What's Bon Jovi real full name, Tim?
John Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi spelled different, though. Bongiovi or something like that.
So it's not Jovi, it's Giovi?
Yeah, Bon Jovi.
Different in Europe. I charge $50 for putting checks through.
What?
I don't even understand that. I don't know. It's probably some fucking. Right, that's probably some weirdo fucking mush mouth European thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they eat a lot of pudding over there, so they don't have to chew it.
And they got a pudding called Spotted Dick. Well,
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this.
I'm not eating no spotted dick.
Yeah, I'll have a big bowl of Spotted Dick, please.
John Francis Bon Jovi. Yeah.
Man, we're down to 18 viewers, man. I ran T-Roy
Killing
off.
it.
Oh, man. I don't care, dude. Whatever, bro. You know, some people do things and say things on fucking social media, and then they fucking want, you know, like, they say things about you, and they don't think you know that they're saying it about you, and then you catch them talking shit, and it's just like, dude, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, why are you here trying to be cool, man? You're not cool. Fucking beat it, nerd. Fuck off. There you go. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Over it.
Cash and checks. Man, I'll tell you what. I had a guy one time I did work at a hospital for who was pressure cleaning and window cleaning, and the bill was like $5,000. And he was a chief building manager I work pretty closely with, and one day he calls me up and he says, basically what happened was he got the pressure cleaning taken away from a painting company and gave it to me, so we did it all at the same time. And I sent him a bill, and he's like, get me the bill so I can get it processed. And about a week later, he calls me up. He's like, you want to meet for lunch? And I'm like, yeah. We sit down for lunch, and dude, he puts an envelope on the table. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he goes, it's your money. And I'm like, how'd you do that? And he goes, I cashed it at the Haji store. I hope you don't mind. They charge like $75 to cash this check. And I'm like, dude, don't do that. I mean, you know, what are you doing? How are you cashing a check in my company's name?
Right.
You know, and what he wanted a little something out of it is what it was. And I'm like, dude, just because I got 5 G's here now, you know, $4,600 or whatever it charged, you know, that money is not mine to put in my pocket. I got to make payroll. I got to insurance. I got everything. Now I got to explain why did I deposit almost $5,000 in cash in the bank all of a sudden. And I'm like, man, they put me in a bad spot here. You know,
I'm not on a fucking blocking spree tonight or anything, but I'm just fucking so sick and fucking tired of fucking fake ass fucking people. I'm so tired of Facebook fucking douchebags. I'm so fucking tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it, dude. Just tired of it.
What's the worst non-paying motherfucker you've had? I had a restaurant run up about a.
That's always a restaurant for me.
I had a restaurant that ran about a $900 bill, and they came to me because I cleaned 2 of their locations, and I still do the one that I originally did, and they told me flat out, we're gonna file for Chapter 11. So we owe you like $900. So we're going to offer you $500 right now, or it's going to go to court and you're going to get pennies on the dollar. So, and I'm like, give me the $500, you know, I mean, he's like, I don't want to squash the little man. He says, and I know you've done the work. So will you take $500? I'm like, yeah, I'm walking, you know, but I got
dicked on a restaurant, 3 months worth of window cleaning. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money. I mean, it was just under $1,000 with interest and everything.
Yep.
And they claimed it on bankruptcy, so it's not like I'm ever getting that money.
No, you won't. So, you'll get 10 cents on the dollar 5 years later if you're lucky. You'll get a check that shows up from an attorney. You won't even know where it came from, because I had that one time. Dude, we had a mall over here called the Festival Flea Markets indoor mall, and I used to do the entryways and everything. They were always horrible at paying, and the mall was like less than a year old. One day I pull up, I'm not lying to you, dude. There's an 80-ton crane sitting in the parking lot right in front of the main entrance, and I see guys.
Oh, this is the one where the guys took the AC off the roof. You've already told us on the podcast. That's what's wrong with this podcast.
What is it?
We fucking talk about the same thing over and over again.
Like
we should talk about nothing. All we should talk about is cleaning mirrors in our bedroom. That's all we should talk about.
Listen, like in 2000, there was this local guy. He was desperate and he was calling around, and he called Ron and I, and he goes, and he knew Ron and I because he worked for a competitor. He goes, "Hey, I need help on this."
Was it Musgrave?
No.
Ron Musgrave's here.
I need help on this college down here, and I'll pay you guys right after the rip. I need help, blah blah that. Ron we end up covering the fucking lip, dude, in this deal. So we're out $700 right off the rip.
Dude,
get done with the job.
Man, Jacob Williams,
this
is
red flag number one,
Jacob
dude.
Williams,
this is a local guy. We know this guy for years, right? We know this guy for years. So, you know, we've done this work with him before. So we do this work, come on Monday, we're supposed to get paid. He calls us up, said, nope, I had to file bankruptcy. File bankruptcy on us. Like, we just got done helping you, and you filed bankruptcy on us. So years later, he ends up working for me as a sub.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah. So he ends up quitting. He got me for about $2,400 on that gig. He ended up quitting right in the fall season, and I owed him about $1,500. And I said, we're just even, and I just called it a day. He was pissed. He thought I forgot about that shit. I don't forget about that shit. I'm old school, bro. I don't.
You do? Were you taking it out of his? So you took it out of his check?
Yeah, I straight up took it.
Like every week or all of it?
I owe you nothing, bro. See. You know, no, because he put us all both in a hard spot.
Yes, I have.
Us in a hard spot. That's when he did that shit.
I'm sure.
It took me 16 years, but I got even. I always get even. I always get my money back.
Right.
You feel me? Anyway, that's my bankruptcy story.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
I had one when I worked with my old man. It was a chiropractor, and he had these blacked out windows, and they were so dark tinted. It wasn't even a tint. It was almost paint on the inside, right? So he moved from one side of the shopping center to the other, right? And then he had like 2 more windows. So I got there at 7 o'clock in the morning to wash the glass, and it said Dr. So-and-so moved to suite this. So I looked down there, and he's got this, 2 more bays, same, all the lettering's already on the new store and everything. So I just go down there, clean the windows, and leave a ticket in the door. Well, at the end of the month, I walked in to drop off the bill, and the guy goes, "I never hired you." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "Well, I was over there, and then you followed me here, but I never told you could clean the windows." I go, "We've been cleaning your windows for years." I said, "You got 2 more windows, 2 more bays than you had before." I said, "And we're still charging you the same thing." And he goes, "Well," because he ran like a 2-month tab at that point, right? So he didn't want to pay for the 2 months because theoretically he never hired us. I go, so he goes, "I'll tell you what, wipe out the 2 months, we'll start fresh." And I go, "Well, then I'm raising you another $25 a month." And he's like, "No, that's not fair." I said, "You know what? We're just not going to work well together anymore." So I just walk out of the store, and I said, "I'm just going to send this to collections." I walk in the store, put my shit in the truck. Well, the next week, I made sure I got there early, like 6:30. Dude, I took my strip washer, dipped it in. This was back in the early 90s when not everybody had camera system. So, dude, I dipped the end of my mop in just squirted Joy or Dawn, whatever I had, all in the end, and I drew a dick that covered 4 storefronts, right? So my old man comes pulling in, and he goes, "What happened with Dr. So-and-so?" And I tell him the story, and he's like, "Well, let's go in there and make a deal with him." I go, "We ain't making no deal. The guy's a dirtbag." And then my old man's like, "What the hell happened to the windows?" And I go, "You need to step back." Well, you had to be back halfway across the parking lot to see, because the nuts were 1 window alone. And then it covered like 5 windows and then the big head on it, right? So from the road, dude, I drive by 10 times just to fucking giggle my motherfucking ass off. One time
T-Roy, keeping it glassy, says, "TJ, you have some big beer muscles." I got all the time muscles too, and curtains in my windows at my house, and 90% of my teeth. Let's keep going.
Dave, the window licker, ever scrape eggs off a window? I have on Halloween. Yes, man, that shit stinks. Yeah. It stinks, and it ruins your bucket.
Worst.
It ruins your bucket.
It's the worst. The eggs. Yeah. I was getting ready to comment on that, dude. You know what? The hardest thing I've ever had to try to get off of anything is fucking silly string off a stucco. It's almost impossible.
It's
impossible. There's like I'll tell you.
And it leaves a shade, like a shadow, like bubblegum will on concrete. It's fucking, that's it. You got to repaint.
I'll tell you what.
Pain in the ass.
I had a storefront called Island Water Sports. They sold surfboards, right? And they're right near the beach. So I'd go to clean them, and the guys would walk into the store and lean the surfboards up against the windows. Mm-hmm. You know that wax? What do they call that? Sex wax, right? Yeah. That you scrub on the surfboard, dude. After I figured out, because I'd go in there and the guy goes, "Man, you take a razor blade, that shit just moves. It does not come off the glass.
Right.
You take the razor and you're just going to push it to the corner." So I go, I didn't know anything about surfing. I've never surfed. Yeah. I go, "What is that from the surf?" "Oh, it's sex wax." He shows me this little puck, right? He's like, I'm like, "How much is this shit?" And he goes, "Oh, it's a couple bucks, And I'm like, "All right, give me a couple of them, And he's looking at me, dude, me and my brother-in-law with customers that didn't pay, Led Zeppelin on their windows, dude. You cannot get that off.
It's tough. It sounds like it sounds like it'd be tough to get off.
Yeah, it just moves. Yeah, it's nasty.
Pro Wash he wants to know what you guys think about offering packages instead of estimates. I do offer packages. I sell online.
I estimate everything.
That's residential.
I don't do any job without looking at it.
Yeah,
me neither.
I do them well.
No.
Tim just goes out, which means that Tim goes out and does a lot of half-assed work, but let's keep moving.
Yeah, right.
Tim, how many times do you get there and there's a surprise? Because unless you're doing cookie cutter homes,
bro, his wife, they're pretty thorough on the phone.
We do a lot of work. I mean, you're talking a lot of windows that we've done, and there's not much to surprising you anymore. Yeah. I mean, you're either you've done
I'm the same way. I'm the same way, but me more. I like to look at them for one reason and one reason only, because if I've got to get screen burn or anything off there, I want to know ahead of time. I'm not selling, $129 fucking packages on the internet. You know what I mean? So when I go there, I'm just saying. That's little. That's little though. I mean, that's you know what I mean. Add up. That's on the small end, isn't it, for you, right?
Yeah, but you're talking.
What I'm saying is, I'm not going there to try to convince these fucking people to get the screen burn off their glass. Right. This is how much it's going to cost. We'll just go ahead and clean it, and then it looks like shit, and then they don't want to pay you. I don't play that shit.
I don't play that shit because when we're there, as soon as we're there, we go through and count the windows, look at the windows. We know if there's screen burn or anything. We're already educating the customer.
You know what? I look at if someone calls me for an estimate on a building, just because I'm like curious, if I don't know the job, I'll go online, and you could pretty much see any building online. So then you see there's two sides, and they're exactly the same. So most likely, all four sides are the same. Mm-hmm. And the internet is nice like that. I'm not so sure how well it works in a residential neighborhood. I guess you could look at houses.
We sit at $7 a window right now, and people are going, "Why are you so low?" Well, we're not low. I mean, the low guys in town are 5 and 6, and the high guys are 8 to 12.
Is that a side?
No, that's a full window.
That's in and out.
Yeah. So we compete against. I mean, but I mean we're a volume business at this point. Mm-hmm. So and at that, I mean at that, but that doesn't include detailed screen cleaning or anything. Those are all add-ons, so that gets the window price up. Right. But even the only thing that surprises us on the routes that sucks is when you roll up to a storm window job and you just don't want to do storms that day. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's about it.
Do you have to sell them on all four sides?
Yeah. I mean, they pretty much the girls know if they have storms, so we pretty much know.
I get a lot of customers. Once I give them the 4-side price, they just do the inside and the outside, and they're like, I don't see any change in them. I was like, because you didn't do the middle.
That's an easy upsell though, right there. You know what I mean?
You didn't do the middle.
You just break one apart and then to take care of it. And
when I see a storm window job, dude, I'm shooting them the most outrageous price. So, I don't give.
I just want to get Joey. I want to get Joey motivated about storms because he's not.
John. I'm gonna say John's playing in the background right now. I'm surprised he hasn't picked up on that. Jennifer's playing.
No, hey, Jersey, we worked the upsell at the house. I mean, that's the whole goal for us is to up that ticket. Drums.
You hear it?
Yeah, little one. Yeah, well, see, they're jamming out to Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. But no, I mean that's our goal on site is, man, we're hitting upsells when we get on site. We're looking at mirrors, we're looking at chandeliers,
we're looking
at
for both of you, if a storm window is theoretically 4 windows, so is it $20 for that, or is it
pretty much
that one window?
$30 is what I charge for a double hung window in and out all 4 sides. $30 a window is what I charge. I'm not afraid to say that.
We're about 17. We're about 17 for full storm.
17?
Yeah, 17 and 20 without the screen.
So what? So you're telling around here, 90% of the windows that have storms on them are fucking cut ups, dude. You mean to tell me you charge $17 for a cut up?
No,
I was about to say.
So that's what the price starts going.
I'm about to say.
That's a storm titian.
Yeah. That's $30 around here, bro. I don't care. They're like, what? I'm like, hey.
So let me ask you, how many storm windows can you do in an hour if they open the way they're supposed to? I understand they can get
open the way they're supposed to.
No, okay. So on average, how many do you do in an hour?
I don't know, 8, maybe 8 to 10.
That's safe. I'd say probably a side of a house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
if a house is 4 sides, and like I said, they're always fucking cut ups or giant double hungs with a fucking weights are busted off inside of the fucking window jams. You know, it's just a pain in the arse.
Good thing is if you break one and you got a true value around, they're not too expensive to replace.
Yeah, that's true.
20 to $25 to replace.
Yeah. But it's, dude, I just don't even like messing with them. I'll do them, but I'm going to get paid for it. I'm getting paid for it. I don't care. Like, that's super high. People balk at my storm window bids all the time, and it really doesn't bother me. I really don't care. I'll give you a break. Like, which really bothers me is, like, a lot of people, there's some folks around here, like, they've got brand new vinyl-clad, double-hung fucking windows, and then they have the window installers put the fucking storm windows right back over top of them. It's like, dude,
so
what is
let me
the
ask
point in
you,
buying the
is
new
the
windows?
theory behind the storm window, is that an insulative thing? Is that insulation?
That's old school. Yeah, old school.
Is it just like...
Because there's single pane back in the day. Windows were single pane.
Would it be compared to a thermal pane window?
No. You guys don't have storm. You guys obviously.
We don't have storm windows.
I've never
seen it. It's a single pane. It's an aluminum single pane window screwed over top of another single pane window. Normally.
Yeah. But I'm just saying it's done for efficiency, right? Because you've got that barrier between the windows.
Yes.
So my question is, like an argon gas, what we call an insulated unit, is that more efficient than what you have?
Yes.
Yeah. So yours is old school, and a lot of these older houses
have the old wooden single pane windows with fucking. But a lot, and like I said, there's a lot of people that have the normal double hung with argon, insulated glass windows with fucking storm windows over top of those too.
But what you're looking at, what you're looking at when we're talking about our pricing for our windows is that's straight washing glass. That's a mitt, squeegee, towel, and then wiping the seal. That's not detailing the seal. That's wiping the seal, because we charge extra for detailing the seal. We charge extra for cleaning the screen. We charge extra for taking out the screen. We charge extra for everything. You know what I mean? So that price rapidly goes up, and that's to get. We're either going in and doing brand new vinyl windows, and we're getting our in and out.
Well, let me ask you: do you get a lot of customers that go? You put an ad out, right? They go to your website and they say, "This customer in his head says this should cost $200," and then you get there and you're like, "Well, it's this, and they got to do with this wiping and the detailing and all the bullshit." So now the price is not $200 what he figured, but it's $350. How do they react to that?
By the time Leah's done with them, because Leah talks to everybody on the phone, and she kind of does a rough estimate with people getting a window count and stuff like that. So our prices aren't usually off by too much. Yeah. We pretty much know where we're going in. They know what to expect on what the upsell is going to be per window, what to look for, everything. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We get a couple people that are like, "Whoa, that's too much," and they'll just have us do what we are there for. You know what I mean?
I just hate that.
Doing the uppers, just doing the lowers.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Some guy comes to your house to clean your carpets, because I had this happen to me, but I've already told the story. I just hate the upsell, man. I fucking hate when I'm figuring that I'm going to spend $200, and by the time this guy pulls the fucking hose out of the truck, now we're at fucking $475. I mean, that just fucking pisses me off. It really
is. By the time the office is done, it's not that bad of a.
Because you're getting it pretty close.
Yeah, and then they're thinking, well, hell, he's here. I'm going to have him do my chandelier, and I'm going to go ahead and get these mirrors done, because you do one mirror for them, forget about it. You got the rest of the bathrooms. You got that big mirror in the living room. You know what I mean? You're going to get all the mirrors, and we charge $5 a mirror. You know what I'm saying?
I charge for mirrors.
I
do and don't.
I do the bathroom mirror. If I do a master bedroom suite or something like that, and it's got a big mirror in it, I'll do the window or the mirror for nothing, because they were like, "Oh, thanks for doing my mirror." They'll text me or email me and like, "Hey, thanks for doing my mirror."
Yeah, I went through your pill bottles.
Back next year. Yeah, I went through your pill bottles and ate all your pills.
Don't worry, you're paid up.
I did all your diabetes medication.
I take care of all of my older people, man. It's the younger people. They got the money for work and all the time. They're not.
Some people deserve it, and some people don't. It's all a case by case scenario.
Right.
I'll tell you, I'm telling you, man. I met for the first time in 19 years the manager of one of the movie theaters I clean, because I was have this big fan over the front entryway. We only do that once a month, and I got there at like 8:30, and I'm usually there at 7.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Closer to the camera.
Sorry about that early little thing.
Yeah, that's cool, man. What are you out doing? Drinking green beer?
Hanging out with Little Caesars.
Dude, can you see it?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm doing Windows.
I'm doing Windows. Sweet. They're right behind you. If you look
show
right,
you a little bit of life here.
Okay.
Whole families in the car, just on their tablets. Here they are. They'll hate this. No, don't do that. June.
Oh, she's sweetie.
Oh, they're asleep.
That's awesome.
Now I did another dab though.
I did another dab though. Sweet.
No, I can't believe I showed you my family now.
Oh, they're beautiful. You got beautiful children, sir. Good for you.
Boy, that leveled the field on me. How are you guys doing, man?
All right. How are you doing, dude?
Those aren't even my kids. That's just a random car.
Those aren't even my kids. I'm just kidding.
Responsible. I swear to God, like the dab did it again. I don't want to bring the dab up all the time, but the dabs make me super responsible tonight. They're freaking out over there because I keep saying we can do another little thing once you get started. It's like goes by real fast. You know, slogans like that. Like, what is it? It's just get there, just get started, and then boom, it goes on. Just get me started. So I pulled in here. And here's the work vehicle. This is horrible. Sorry.
No, you're all right.
We do. I'll quit talking here, but we do Scooby-Doo-Doo. Forgot to tell you that in the last couple episodes. And I'm doing parking lot maintenance for 4 banks. This is a big night. I got it. Got my oil dry.
Yeah.
You oil dry dudes out there, I'm gonna look straight at the camera. For all you oil dry dudes out there, I'm with you. That didn't feel like a commercial.
We're working it tonight, boys.
Woo!
So what do you guys?
Outlaw oil dry guys.
Yeah. What's that? Hey, Mark Darnell, Window Cleaners Unite.
Oh my God! Remember that? I remember I'm better off tonight. I'm better off tonight than that night. That was sketchy for me. You guys do any Little Caesars?
Yeah, I've done some Little Caesars, man. They're all right.
They're very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to play a game? All right, here it is. Game show. What's this bid? Hey, I'm Mark Darnell for the game show that we've just started doing. Come on, guys. Come on in. I'll show you the whole thing. What's this bid?
Yeah.
And we got some issues right here with the shit I love because look at that window. This is every week. I almost lied and said it was weekly. God, I can't believe it. But it's got that shit on it. I lose the job right there. All right, what's the bid? Let's get it. I'll get it from a distance.
What's the bid? What's the bid?
What's the bid?
What's the bid, guys? What's the bid on this Little Caesars here?
cleaning.
There's 9.
75.
Hold on, stop. You're going too fast.
You're going too fast. Your head is in the way.
Can't see the window. There's 9.
$75 in and out.
Yeah, 75 cleaning.
Man.
No way.
Way lamer. Way lamer. Okay, I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
I'm not going to be embarrassed.
It's 35, man.
35? Is that for the outside only?
I'm going to lie. No, it's in and out, dude. I'm that lame. That's a very honest moment for me. Yeah. That's a very honest moment.
I'll be honest with you, dude.
I do these on the inside, and they're the worst ones. But come on, man. I'll pull that and what? Dude, I'll pull that and I am starting to think I'm going to be like, oh.
This guy is so fucking awesome. Dude, I fucking love you, man.
Right now, that's the problem.
How come all the marks with a C are like the best fucking dudes ever, man? I'd probably, honestly, no bullshit around here, I'd probably be about $45 for that inside and out. I'd probably be $10 more.
What a nice thing to do there. What a nice thing to do to me.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I mean, you know, if it was all single story and it wasn't 3 fucking tracks, it'd be different. But there's 3 stories of, you know, 3 tiers of glass there. You know, I'd be $45.
At $35 to cleaning, you got to be out of there in a half hour. You can be out of there in a half hour easily.
Yeah.
That's $70 with the family.
I've been here for 3 hours already.
Daddy, we want a pizza.
Daddy, we want a pizza.
Can I get one of those pretzel crust fuckers?
Guys, I've done some massively retarded work over the years. I mean, massively. I'm talking, like, you know the feeling when you feel like you've been there too long at a house?
Yeah.
Oh, I have.
I've
had that.
I've done a couple of houses where I apologize at the end. Like, I'm sorry I was here so long. You know what I mean? There's a couple I've done over the years. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Take that one off the books.
What's that?
What's that?
Did you guys like playing What's That Bid?
Yeah, What's That Bid is an awesome segment. I think we should add to the show. We should add that to the show once a month. Like, what's that bid?
Mark, like, you have to do it with us. We want you to be the roving guy. You got to go out in the field and find jobs.
You have to come on once a month to this Little Caesars and ask us how much we would charge.
This is the same job every month.
Same job every month.
What's that bid, man?
What's that bid, man? And we will see how.
Make it like a show right now.
I would do it.
Fucking grass, whatever that stuff is.
Yeah.
Trying to make it seem like a show right now on the side of their building.
Yeah. I would be in it for $3,600 and a fucking Miami Vice suit. That's what I would do it for. Or a Honda Goldwing.
With a Chevy. I want a Chevy.
Yeah.
Chevy emblem.
I'm in the 98 F-150, guys. Let's get telling here.
I am too.
Hey, so is Tim. 98 F-150s are dope, bro.
Yeah, I got almost 310,000 miles on it right now.
I got 40 on mine.
340 or 240?
240, but I'm getting a weird sound. Like, sounds like a heat shield.
Yeah, no, that's normal. That's normal.
But it's not a heat shield. I just went to an oil place today and drove over. Demanded it. That was stupid.
Mark, go back. Go to your local Ford dealer and tell them the flux capacitor is making some noise.
That's just a Ford thing in those years. That and the gear.
What you do is get under
first and second and get real heavy.
Get under the truck with a sawzall, cut the catalytic converter off, put a piece of replacement pipe in there, problem solved.
It's the fire shield. It's the same thing that's always happens. Fire
shield. It's the heat shield. Fucking
that's what it is. Same difference. Fire.
What are we looking at here?
She's got her fucking. She's hiding her face. She's like, I don't want anybody to know.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. His shit just froze. That's fucking great, dude.
That's a perfect
Mark
way
Darnell
to
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have any more questions? I'm just not into it tonight, dude. I'm just not into it. Set the date to 1980.
You get that caulking job done?
No, I got one wall done and had to stop because the lift fucking destroyed the yard. It was frozen. Yeah. I drove in on the fucking lawn. Everything was cool. I did one wall, and then I started to move around to the next wall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 walls I've got to do, and it's 3 stories. It's 3 stories. It's 462 tubes of caulk.
That's a big job, dude.
Are you cutting the old shit out or just going over it?
I'm unfortunately for me, there's a lot of huge fucking voids. You know what I mean? Like where the building
shrunk
has separated itself from the windows, the brick. You know what I mean? So there's huge voids. So I'm dealing with that, but a lot of it comes off. But I'm not fucking chiseling that acrylic caulk off a brick and all. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just know, that's just they don't. You know, that's just crazy amount of labor. But what I do is I take a spray bottle with some mineral spirits, and I spray the old caulk down, and I take a brush, a nice long-haired fucking brush, and scrub and that turns the old caulk almost white.
Yeah, you take a layer off of it. Yeah,
it looks almost brand new, but it takes a layer off it, and it allows it to be tacky again, and then you can apply caulk over top of it, because most of it is just spider webbed, and it's not blown through. It's just kind of like expanded and looks kind of like cellulite on an old lady's ass, like stretch marks. You know what I mean? But there are some, like in the head, that the jam areas over the top of the window where it's got to be yanked out, and I'm using minimal expansion foam. I'm filling it, letting it harden, then cutting it back, and then caulking over the minimal expansion foam.
You can use backer rod and get rid of the foam. You ever try that?
Oh yeah, I'm using both, but when you got gaps this big that'll take 14 tubes of caulk to fill, you got to fill it with something. You can't, because that backer rod will just roll back into the fucking 3.5 inches back into the window. You know what I mean?
So what do you do? What's up with the yard? What do you got to do with that?
I'm gonna have to wait until the water comes out of, I'm gonna have to wait. There's nothing I can do about it.
You don't have to
I
pay
would think
for
it being frozen it'd be nice and hard. That wouldn't
It
happen.
is hard, but once it warms
soupy.
up, it fucking turns into a bog.
Yeah, because of all the water.
Yeah, so I need, and unfortunately, it fucking keeps raining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just keeps fucking raining. So, I'm to the point now where I don't know if it's gonna get done. It might not get done until summer. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so, we had once where we drove a 45-foot drivable, and they came out with 2x12s, and we had to leapfrog the 2x12s. That was a fucking nightmare.
Well, even if what we used to do is we used to cut sheets of plywood down. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we get 3/4 inch plywood and strip it into threes, and then lay that out. And even with that, the ground is so fucking soggy, it still sinks. Then instead of gotten tire tracks, you've got 2-inch, 3-inch deep fucking 2x fucking whatever. You know what I mean? So it's just a pain in the ass, and it's the problem is they got the okay for the funding to do it. On my recommendation, when I clean the windows, I did every other time I do it, I do once with water-fed pole, and then the second time I do it with the lift. You know what I mean? So it gets in case it needs scraped, I'm right up on the glass, And the last time I was up there, we did glass exterior, inside and out, and we did the gutters. And I told him, I was like, listen, the windows, he's having a lot of problems with water damage on the inside.
Yeah.
Around the windows and around the floors and stuff. And I'm like, I think part of your problem may be, people are complaining about drafts, and I think the 90% of your problem here is the caulk around your windows is shot. There's it's good on two sides, and then the top and the one side is fucking an open gap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So snow, rain, wind is all getting in there.
That drastic weather change, freezing to hot to warm to humid.
Not good.
Yeah.
Call it Ohio.
Let's call it Ohio. It's super difficult. Yeah, I've done the plywood, I've done all of that shit, but like I said, normally what happens, and I rent the nifty 45 hybrid, and it's like the new ones are like 2,000 pounds lighter than any other four-wheel drivable lift there is. They're made for concrete work, and you know what I mean, so you can drive on shit and not bust nothing. Super light lift. And the ground is so soggy that when you drive over the plywood, it busts the plywood snaps, because it's just there's nothing you can do. The only thing I can do is wait for the water to drain out of the ground and let it firm up. And I'm still gonna leave a divot, but I ain't gonna leave ruts. And that's the difference. Divots and ruts are two different things. I can go in. I can get a roller from Universal and go over, and when I get the divots, I can just roll the divots out. You know what I mean? That shit, you got to replace grass and have it re-sown. That's. I'm gonna lose all my money fixing their fucking yard. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go out and drop $200-300 on fucking plywood only to fucking have to still replace their grass. You're at a law of diminishing returns, and on a job that size, caulking, the extra time it's taken to fucking fill the gaps. I'm gonna be losing fucking money on this job. I'm not losing money on this job. Yeah. I'm only doing this job because it's an existing customer and they needed it. They asked for it, so I'm doing it for them. You know what I mean? I'm not out selling caulk jobs. You know what I mean? I'm doing this because they asked me, hey, would you bid on this? And I was like, yes. Yeah. So that's it.
That's cool.
So Mark, this is your
What's up? An opening. Cool.
So this is the UFO moment with Mark Tanner. No Bigfoot tonight, but we're using the Bigfoot shit because that's what I like to do. So Mark's got a little UFO story because that's Mark's thing is UFOs with snorkels on them so I can drive them in the water.
Yeah, man. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. I've actually seen a UFO before.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's your turn. Well, Mark, are you going to fucking read the story or not, dick nose?
I was waiting for you to give me the fucking heads up. All right, this story is from 3/13/2019. Rectangular UFO reported low over Georgia. A Georgia witness at Woodstock reported watching a large cylinder-shaped object moving at low altitude, according to testimony in case 91-313 from the MUFON Network Witness Reporting Database. The witness was driving east along Eagle Drive just past Bells Ferry Road at 9:30 p.m. on February 15th, 2018. Large, long, rectangular-shaped object glowing with various shades of bright orange through the surface covered in octagon-shaped windows. Exterior shell, the witness stated, appeared far ahead on horizon, flying low and north. Having just come from the ridge of Putnam Ford Drive at about Eagle Drive, it takes a wide turn to the west, taking it over Etowah High School and Booth MS School Complex and Football Stadium, then flies due west, slightly north and parallel to Eagle Drive. I'm still driving east on Eagle Drive. And it passes to my left just before I reach Rose Creek Drive. I took up to my left, and I see it through the treetops as it passes. It was so big and orange, I couldn't process in the moment what I was seeing. It seemed whimsical or psychedelic, like out of a carnival. As it glided by me, my first thought was maybe it was a huge, long balloon with orange burners inside, but soon realized that it was too massive and moved too quickly to be a balloon. Its path would have taken it over Bells Ferry Road, over Jersey's and Walmart. Many others have seen it. This is from Georgia. MUFON Chief Investigator Jerry Carson closed this case as an unknown aerial vehicle.
Wow, dude. No. Wow. And that was... So that was fucking terrible. That was the worst fucking thing we ever did. We lost 5 viewers while he was doing that. That's great.
Oh, we gained it back.
I'll find some people
Tanner's done. We're back.
I'll find some people that were anal probed.
Yeah, anally probed. That was Bigfoot moment with T Squeegee, a special edition. That was some UFOs. That was UFOs. I think Bigfoots drive UFOs, so that's why nobody can find them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They come down in the UFOs, kick it, and then that's it.
End of the life. This is their party pad. We're here on Earth just to party. Yeah. Go back home to the wife.
Yeah. So, does anyone have any questions? I think this might be a shorter episode than normal. So, does anyone have any questions for us? Before we get off of here, District 9. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty good movie. Jason Lehman podcast, please. I tried Jason Lehman's not on fucking Skype, or I would have called him. So, I mean, if Jason Lehman wants to come on, sometime soon, we'll have Jason on for a whole podcast. We like having Jason on. We like Jason. We like Jason a lot.
Good people.
Jason's good people. We'll never have Richie on again because all Richie does is eat food and not talk. So we're never having him on again. Fuck Richie.
Fuck
guacamole.
Guacamole breath. We're never having no guacamole breath back on the podcast. Fuck that guy. I'm getting rid of this free Richie Blue thing. Fuck
You
him.
remember that? Richie went up to the corner store to buy jalapenos live.
Yeah, live during the podcast. Fucking goofy bastard. We need reviews on his new equipment. Dude, I'll be honest with you, man. If anyone's gonna test the validity of any product, it's Jason, because he's gonna beat the fuck out of the house and the tool.
Yeah, that man could fuck up a cannonball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, was it Jason that just bought that new RO cart? He had it on the ground, and it was spraying water.
He's legit like fucking without a doubt the one dude that will dropped all his reach it gear, went out and replaced everything, dude.
Yeah,
that's a
he
loyal
replaced
guy, man.
everything.
Yeah,
dude.
that setup he had looked like the bee's knees.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the whole fucking deal. Hey, it's Grizzly Adams.
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
That's awesome. Hey, it's cool. We're here with Jason Lehman's belly. As long as it's not Jason Lehman's penis.
Yeah, I think his penis might be holding the camera.
Live special. Jason Lehman's big.
We can tell when he laughs, it keeps bouncing.
Yeah. Flex it up there, Jason.
Yeah, flex it up. So Jason, did you replace all of your water-fed pole equipment?
Well, I let me just say this: I won't punish anybody else with selling cheap shit. If you get my drift.
Yeah.
So I'll keep that as a beater pole, and I'll make videos to prove how shitty his is.
Right.
And I did that this morning because I just, I knew what was going to happen. Those precisions, A and B, that's supposed to be his best shit out there, and it's not.
No.
Yeah.
You're really hard to hear tonight.
Yeah, Jason, you got to talk up a little bit. Can you get the microphone closer?
Hold on. I may disappear for a little bit.
You're all right, buddy.
Hold on, but for some reason my headphones are not connected. No, they're connected.
Hey, Jason, zip up your fly. Zip up your fly. We're catching an echo.
Yeah, dude. Why do Scotsmen wear kilts? Because our balls sweat a lot. I don't know if it's almost like you're talking like it's like your microphone is really far away, like.
Well, that's what it is. It's not Skype is not connecting to my wireless headphones. So give me a second.
Okay.
My other head.
Okay. Go ahead and turn your camera off because we don't want to see you in your underwear.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You're not going to see me in my.
Wow, Jason's got a majestic fuck.
You'll see me though.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, now we can hear your beautiful voice.
There, how's that?
God, he's fucking. Hey, man, he's handsome as fuck today.
The only thing I'm going to sell of the Reach It is probably my flow. The other stuff I won't sell because I'm not going to punish anybody else.
Right.
So I'm just going to make videos to piss Perry off, and if he does copyright shit, then fuck him, I owned it anyway.
Yeah, all you got to do is you could say the name of his company. I would avoid using his logo, and I would avoid using his face. because
that's fine.
Luke's video got yanked off of YouTube because of the picture, the thumbnail that he used had his Perry's face and the logo, and it's not been touched with or stricken on my list because I've got my own thumbnail on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they can't do nothing
Good.
about you talking about shit. You can talk about whatever you want.
So that cheap it sticker that was on it is okay then.
Yes, that was perfect.
Because
all these dudes, are fucking messaging me for those stickers now. It's fucking funny as shit. Like, hey man, can I get one of those? How much are they? I'm like, they're free. Have one.
I want one.
It's upside down.
I want cheap and then a pile of shit here.
We can arrange that. We can. I follow you. We can make that happen.
Okay.
So Jason. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask you, and be honest, because I know you're an honest man, and if something's not right, you mention it. How does that new system you just bought compare to your flow?
Oh, shit, man. That thing, let's just say this, I can run, if I didn't have the pump that's built into it, phenomenal. But the way they've got that system set up, I can adjust the RO wastewater where my pressure from the spigot, I don't think I've had anything lower than 40.
Yes.
And before I turn the pump on, I can adjust that RO flow out, and I can get it up to 50 without even turning the pump on.
Yeah.
And then when I turn that pump on, I automatically go above 100.
Right.
So I have to. So I'm only one pole off of that thing. So I have to adjust the flow out of the waste so it lowers the pressure because I got too much pressure.
Right. Yeah, but you could run it without the pump, right, and still go.
Yeah.
You can run it without the pump, but how do you like working with the pump?
I'd rather have it because I like to. Those windows that I did today, if I'd have done it without pumps, it would have taken me 10 minutes per window because those windows, the last time they were done were 4 years ago. When I did them, the homeowner was going to sell the house. They moved to Idaho. Well, they had a renter that was going to lease option. Well, they didn't exercise the option, so now they're having to clean it back up because that guy never took care of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those windows were like it was first time clean. I mean, you seen the tracks that were just filthy.
They're on Facebook, Power Wash Plus.
So that took me
Outlaw Window Cleaner Group.
Those first 3 windows, I think, took me maybe 5 minutes for the whole thing. And that was doing the green trim, the frames, and the glass.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
I've never cleaned windows with a water fed pole without a pump. I can't imagine doing it without one.
I won't do it without a pump, but if I needed to do, I could do it with that system.
Let me ask you something.
Yep.
Could you run that pump on like a small Honda 2000 suitcase generator?
It's a 110. It's a 110 pump.
Yeah, 110. But how many amps does it draw?
Yeah.
Do you know?
How many amps
it's probably going to be 12 to 15. I'll have to look. I haven't read the pump.
My electric motor fucking pulls double. It's like 30.
Yeah.
That's that big ass electric motor. You can't put it on my hydro cart. You can't put on a long extension cord. It's got to be a fat daddy 25-foot cord, or it ain't running. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because the problem that I see with it is, like I don't have any pump systems that are on any of my carts, okay? Yeah. But when I do restoration work, 9 times out of 10, an exterior socket on a commercial building no longer works. The GFI is blown, crusty, and then you go in and you say, hey, if you don't put up Christmas lights, sometimes they put up Christmas lights, they have outlets everywhere. But my question is, what do you do when you don't have power?
I go to DI only.
Yeah.
In my case, I bust out the ladder.
Yeah, I have my local hospital that way. They built the fucking $50 million addition, but they didn't put any electrical plugs on the outside. But they got a water spigot every 50 foot. Jackasses. But no, I have that very issue where I just pull out my DI tank and go from there. But You know, it's just the way you prefer to
do
do
it. In my case, when I check out a job like that, and like I'm like in Jason's case, you know, like I do a hospital, or I do like the veterans home here. It's, you know, power's few and far between, but that's why I have like 500 foot of hose. So my setup is built to accommodate the jobs that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but you know what? When you get a minute, for Jason, most cases. Look at the running amperage that pump, not the startup draw. The startup draw is always going to be big, because like I have 2 of those little Honda suitcase generators that are, you can't even hear them run.
Yeah,
we use them at our camp. Now I bring those if I have a job for glass restoration. They'll run 1 polisher. Okay. Like you can keep it on the econo mode, and then as soon as the polisher starts to build some amperage, like, you know, starts to bear down, you can hear the generator pick up. But I bet it would probably run one of those, and that might not be a bad investment for you.
I'm actually almost positive that it will run that system of Jason's. I'm almost positive it will.
Yeah, I mean, that system is excellent. You know, for $200 more, you know, the dickhead's selling his piece of shit one that I bought for $1,200. I bought that brand new for $1,200 because I bought it when it was first out. He's trying to sell that piece of shit for $2,300, and the one I got is got a pump on it. So, you know, for $200 more. Right. You know, and it can definitely run 2 poles, because they show it.
What brand is that, Jason? What brand is that?
PH7.
Okay.
Yep, and they're supposed to be. They put up on their Facebook page. They put a new PH7 system coming out soon. I don't know what it is, so it's going to probably be a dual RO with a better pump or bigger pump.
Yeah.
So but I haven't seen it, but they haven't released it, but they kind of put a teaser out there. You know, but I you know, comparing that to the other 2 systems that I had, they're night and day. You know. Right. Now I don't know what TJ's. I mean, his is probably better than mine, because he's got
a hydrocart. They're bulletproof.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My hydrocart is the best fucking RODI system on the market. Nobody's gonna tell me any differently. You could drop that thing out of a fucking airplane, it will blow up Tokyo and still fucking clean windows. Thing, dude. I mean, come on. It's honestly, you've got anyone that's got a hydrocart knows what I'm talking about. Those things are fucking solid as a rock. Well, I'm biased though. I'm biased.
Well, let me ask you this, TJ. Can you run it just through RO only, or can you run it RO? You have to run.
I run it all 5 stages, and I don't care.
Yeah, but you know what?
My DI lasts a lot longer.
Well, not only that, but TJ's is older, so he probably doesn't have low pressure membranes, which he could probably upgrade to low pressure membranes when he does do his membranes, and then run water pressure only.
Yes, I most likely could. Most likely could. I buy the high pressure membranes. You know what I mean? I just buy what came for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure if I change the membranes out, I could run without. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna most likely what I'm gonna end up doing is just having Mark build me something. You know what I mean? Like he's got to slide in the back of my truck. You know what I mean? That's most likely.
Like I said, I'm not poo-pooing on anything. And when I built mine, it wasn't an experiment. I knew I would get use out of it. I just didn't think I would bring it everywhere, and now I bring it everywhere. It's been out of the truck one time, and I'm like I said, to just grab the hose, flip the switch, and you're washing in 5 minutes is awesome. Nice. And like I said, I can add all those other things to it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Now, are you out of a back of a pickup, right?
Yep. Yeah.
See, the issue I have with that, not that I think that would be great, because I'd like to get a system like that. The issue I have is the theft. You know, people get into your
let me
vehicle.
tell you something. Van. You leave this fucker full of water, ain't no one stealing it. You ain't walking off with it.
You ain't taking the hydrocart out of the back of my truck without getting. I'm gonna shoot your ass till you catch fucking fire. First of all, second of all, it's gonna take a couple dudes to get that fucking thing out of the back of the truck, because it takes a couple dudes to get it in the truck.
Okay. Cool. No, I was thinking of other equipment that could walk off quick.
For sure,
you know?
definitely.
You know, I'm out of a van, so that's the issue I have with that system. I'd have to leave my van open, and I'm 300 foot of.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if you
thanks.
If you
thanks, Sonny.
If you if you open the van to use the system, you'd be leaving it open to theft. Somebody could steal shit out of the back of your truck while you're working.
No,
what is that? Is that pie?
Yeah, cherry one.
Cherry one. It's a cherry one.
Cherry.
And a glass of milk. Somebody's spoiled rotten.
Yeah, well.
Mother, can I have some more petite marshmallows for my cocoa?
This milk isn't chocolate.
Yeah.
I want some Nesquik.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Fuck. I just think it's
it anyway.
Right? Is there, and I'm going to ask you questions, so you got to talk with your mouth full. Yeah, lick it.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah, hey, T, wait till he puts it in his mouth. Then
It's gone.
Yeah, it'll be gone by the time.
So, what was the main? What was the driving force? The main reason why you replaced all of your equipment? I mean, the flow hasn't been out long enough for it to be outdated, and you just bought a bunch of Reach It shit. I mean, was it solely because of your dealings with him, or were you like, did you use the equipment and you were like, man, I could really, there's better shit out there, and I was misinformed, or what? What was the deal?
Well, I've been dealing with screw ups and fix. There's only one person that could probably fix a water fed pole better than me, and that's Philip Alexander.
Right.
Because I've had to fix my clamps, my levers, you name it, the end defenders, and I've got every email from him since 2013 with all my issues. The one thing that changed everything is when he said to me, he's always said this to me, oh, you're too hard on your equipment. Then you guys had that podcast where you blew up with, and Richie got paid shortly thereafter. That's the one. And I heard you, TJ, say, he's always saying that we're too hard on our equipment. And then Mark says, but it's professional equipment. We have,
Home Depot.
So being hard, and then so that's
because
when,
you don't,
and then
you don't go to Home Depot, buy an Unger blue pole, and then expect it to perform like a professional Unger green pole that you bought from Detroit Sponge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You expect your equipment as a professional to perform professionally.
Yep. And
being too hard on your equipment is like throwing this shit off a mountain or something like that. You're a little rough. You bang around a little bit, but I mean, we're busting your chops. But I mean, anything that I've seen you doing in the last few videos you've put out wouldn't strike to me like, oh, that's why the reason the window weapon pad holder keeps breaking. That's just, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the last time it broke, that, I don't know if you've gotten this with your pads, that magic eraser pad.
I haven't never tried it.
Oh, okay. Well, but did you get it?
Yeah, I have it.
It's kind of thicker.
It's a very thick pad. So when you put it on, and I was doing my hospital, so I had silicone on the new part.
Okay.
So I thought, I'm going to see if this works, and it worked great. But it pushes the whole damn brush up a half inch above, so my bristles weren't hitting the frame. That the plastic insert was hitting it.
Okay.
And get this, I sent him an email about a month and a half ago about it, and I haven't gotten a new one yet. And he's been telling me, oh, we're updating it, and I keep I was going to email him last week saying, hey, where's my damn thing? He sent it to Kansas City so it can be shipped out to me, and I haven't seen it yet. He responded to me last week and said, we're beefing it up, and we didn't want you to just send you another one and you do the same thing. So that's the only brush I've got left.
I've given or sold everything I own of Reach It except for my mini and my plus sections. Yeah. Everything else is gone. I've got the only thing else I have right now is I have the window weapon and I've got that Gunslinger 1.1. which I was going to give it away to somebody, but I'm not going to. I'm going to shoot it with my AR-15.
Yeah. So, Jason, are you running Tucker brushes? What kind of brush are you running since your window weapon is down?
The Tucker.
Yeah,
the Tucker brush.
What kind of Tucker brush?
I've got the hybrid. I've got a nylon one that I won from. That's the reason I wanted that Viper pole, because I wanted to brush. To hell with the pole. I knew what I was getting. But that pole, that pole, I can't believe it. It's a hybrid, and it's much more rigid than the Reach It poles.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's heavier, but it's reaching.
You know what? Let me
conversation. I've actually someone else told me that, but yeah, go ahead. Mark.
Now I was informed by Phil, and look, Phil, you can call him what you want. Yep. I love Phil. He can be distracted. He can be overbearing, but at least if you believe in what he says, nobody knows carbon fiber and those poles like he does. That said, and I question because of previous dealings that we've all had here, if he's claiming 3K or whatever high modulus, is it truly high modulus? Because you're telling me you've got a hybrid pole that's stiffer, because it's only as good as what they tell you it is. Is the word true? Because Phil says the only way to find out is to cut it open, and none of us are going to cut our poles open.
No. And the thing about the hybrid, what I'm going to do,
isn't the minis is just a regular carbon fiber? It's not a high modulus.
Yeah.
The tactical. The tactical is his high modulus version. Of the mini, and he's saying that the Viper pole is more rigid than the mini, the regular mini. And I'm not sure what kind of carbon fiber the mini's made out of, but it's after adding the plus sections into it, I was kind of surprised at how fucking floppy it was. I was like, wow, this is not what he said it was going to be. It adds zero rigidity. It's actually makes the pole floppier.
Yeah,
I mean, that weight in there.
The Viper poles, what I'm going to do with all the poles that I've got, the Sim poles, and the reason I wanted to do this, because I've only had Reach It. Now I've got Sim pole, now I've got Viper. So what I'm going to do is when I'm going to get a new camera that I can put on it, like the video I shot today was through my iPad. So I've got a stand that I can kind of stabilize.
Okay, cool.
So what I'm going to do is kind of put my poles up against my garage, and then put them on the ground like at a 45-degree angle. And then in the middle, I want to hang a 25-pound weight, because that's reality. That's the downforce we're all going to feel on it. And then show everybody on video which one sags.
The main thing, Jason, is, and look, I've seen these pole comparisons. So if you take a pole that's 50 feet, right, and compare it to a pole that's 40 feet, but that 50 feet is shrunk down to 40. You've got overlap, so it's not a fair judgment. No. So you need to stretch those poles out, even if they're different lengths, to their maximum usable length, the
best way to do it would be to use the Viper without extensions. You have a sim that's not shorty. Kevlar, right? You got a Sim Shorty and your mini. Get them all fucking. Those are equal opportunity offenders. Get them to their maxed out lines on the poles, and then test them. That's what I would do.
That's what I'm going to do. And what I will do in the video is I will pull them out to where you can kind of see the red or whatever color it is, and then I'll put them back in and I'll clamp them back up.
I'm kind of thinking Jason 25 is asking a lot of any pole. I would go with the 10-pound weight. 25, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, you might, damn it. You don't want to break anything because it's all got a value.
Yeah,
25 is asking a lot.
10. I would do 10. I think that's...
Yeah. That's cool.
Or you could just stand them all up on a job that you're doing, set your iPad down, and and then do the same height the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be another good test. And when you're cleaning the glass, you can see the deflection in the pole on the glass. That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
I would do. That's my plan, anyways.
Yeah.
And I wish the Sim. I got a Sim 6. I wish mine was a little bit taller, but
Well, and that's what I'm going to talk with Phil about. He needs to sell 7 and 8 with his Sim Shorty, because you do when I take my 7 and 8 to make my Shorty longer, it's fully extended. Even with that 5-foot extension, it's the same length as the mini fully extended. So it's a 25-foot pole with the 5-foot extension. So yeah, I think Phil needs to put the 7 and 8 with the shorty.
So it's with the 7 and 8 sections. It's the same length as the mini.
No, with the section 7, it's the same length as the mini.
Oh, okay. Wow.
With the section 8, with section 8, because he only sells it in 7 and 8, it's going to add another.
That's
10
not
foot
even.
to that.
I'm not even going to be able to give you a good comparison. Because mine's
to the mini.
1, 2,
no, you're right.
3,
Unless
4, 5, 6.
Unless
Mine's only 6 sections. Yeah, I'll have to get a plus section for it or whatever the fuck, the 7 and 8 or the 7 for it or whatever the fuck.
No. He only sells it in 7 and 8, so you have to buy the 7 and 8.
Fuck.
So you'll have a 30-foot pole. But you'll have a 30-foot pole from that point.
Yeah, of course.
I would think. Look, I would think, and I could be wrong on this because I've got minis and I've got pro. Mm-hmm. I would think the mini is at a huge advantage because it's short little sections versus 6-foot pieces.
Yeah.
As far as the bow, because it's got more overlap. Everything is overlapping every 4 feet.
Have you not taken your mini out and tried it yet? I know you have a mini now, right? Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, but
I'm saying.
I haven't stretched it out.
It's stretched out. It's got some fucking bow in it, especially
Now that side by side to the Sim Shorty. I mean, the rigidity on the Sim Shorty is you don't have you don't have a bow with the Sim Shorty, even with the section 7 added. Wow. You don't get a bow out of it. Oh, it's a phenomenal pull.
I haven't gotten mine out. I haven't gotten mine out over a couple of sections. You know what I mean? So stretched out over a couple of sections. I did that. That car dealership, and it's fucking like 12 foot. You know what I mean? So I water-fed pulled that. You know what I mean? But I haven't had it stretched out yet.
Hey, is your Sim Shorty? Is it a high modulus or is it just?
Yeah, it's a high mod.
Okay, so it is because he makes 2. The Sim Shorty, he's got the lower grade carbon fiber, which is not as rigid. Probably a little more rigid than the mini, but it's not as rigid as the one I've got. Oh, okay. And then he's coming out with that Sim Shorty Kevlar. After that one video I had that you guys bitched and moaned about, that made a lot of noise. I didn't have one mark of that Kevlar. That Kevlar has been marked. I mean, you could see where I've hit it, and not one mark has been left with that Kevlar. That's Kevlar awesome. Is fucking tough. And so I'm gonna. What I'd like to do after I'm done with the testing, I'd like to give away that Viper and give away the Mini.
Cool.
To somebody that needs it, not to somebody that like me. I knew what I was going to do with it, so that's why I said I wanted it, because I wanted a test. Right. And then when I'm done testing, I'd love to give it away through you guys again.
I actually would like to talk to you about that privately.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, that's fine with me. And the Mini, I don't, the Pro I'm going to use for beating the shit out of to clean roofs with. As much as that son of a bitch bows, I'll just get at the edge of the roof with my ladder and use the pole that way because it just sags so much. So, but that's the way it is.
Well, dudes, we're like 2 hours and 3 minutes here. Tim's got to go to sleep, and we're gonna have Jason come back on. We'll have Jason come back on soon.
Yeah, Jason, do those tests and post them up for us all to see.
Yeah, hey, I'd like to see them.
Next thing, I want to put everything out there. Let me know a name for the YouTube channel for what it has to do something with water-fed. Come up with a name, and I'll put it.
You want me to help? Okay, so we can. You want us to help you name your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Anybody listening, help Jason. We're going to help Jason name his YouTube channel.
Advanced window cleaning.
Yeah.
Formerly Waterfed Paul Talk.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday evening. Thanks a lot, Jason, for coming on and saving the day, brother.
Okay, not a trouble. You have a good evening, guys.
Yeah, peace.
Yep.
up? Emery King here, man. I'm hollering out to Outlaw Window Cleaner Radio. Y'all suck. Worst shit ever.